Upper 80s when the game gets started around 6:35, down into the mid 80s by 8 o'clock, but overall some nice weather for a baseball game tonight. Here's a look at the satellite and radar. We have another potent weather system headed our way, so we have a WRAL weather alert day for tomorrow. Another round of storms is possible and some could be severe. We have a level 2 risk for severe storms across the area tomorrow. The biggest threat will be damaging wind gusts and also the potential for an isolated. We could have 2 waves of rain, and the first one likely arrives during the second half of the morning commute. 8 o'clock in the morning after 8 o'clock. Around 9, 10 o'clock, we'll have some scattered showers and a few storms rolling through the clock. We'll still have some of those scattered showers. At lunchtime, some rain will be possible, but if we can get some clearing, some sunshine, and get the temperature to heat up tomorrow afternoon, that will destabilize the air mass, and we could have another round of some scattered showers and storms around 3, 4 o'clock. Some hit and miss showers and storms possible, and some of these could be severe with some damaging winds, maybe an isolated tornado. By 5 o'clock, it's our eastern counties that have the potential for some storms Thursday, and then after 6 o'clock, relatively quiet. So today it's quiet. We'll stay dry with a high of 91. Tomorrow is a weather alert day because of the potential for severe storms. Highs get up to around 90. We're in the low Saturday, looking mainly dry, and then scattered showers as we head into Sunday and Monday.
So you can plan ahead for severe weather with the WRAL. It allows you to watch radar in real time to see when storms are in your area. Be sure you have the WRAL weather app installed on your phone. Turn on alerts to get notified about severe weather in your location. It's free wherever you download your app.
Live from WRAL News Headquarters. News coverage you can count on.
A disturbing case out of Chatham. 50-year-old man is charged with sexually assaulting a 16-year-old girl who has an. WRAL's Eric Miller is live in the neighborhood where deputies say they pieced this case together.
Well, Jeff, the Chatham County Sheriff's Office said all the way back in June, but an arrest was only made this week. Take a look at this photo here. This is the man the Sheriff's Office says is responsible, 50-year-old Jeffrey Trujillo. The Sheriff's Office is saying Trujillo used to be neighbors with the victim. In June, they say Trujillo reached out to the victim and asked to pick her up. He then showed up at her grandparents' house, convinced her to get in the car with him, and took her to another. He then allegedly sexually assaulted her before dropping her off. The sheriff's own records corroborated all of those details. Now, Trujillo is facing multiple charges at this point. That includes felony first-degree kidnapping as well as felony crimes against nature, a $100,000 bond, and is due in court on August 28th.
Bring Eric Miller live for us this noon with those details. Thank you.
New this noon, a man accused of assaulting his elderly parents in Raleigh now faces additional charges. Christopher McCullough on Monday. He now faces charges of kidnapping, violating a protective order. Officers say he attacked his parents around Sunday afternoon on Ingate Way and allegedly kidnapped the child. Police have not said where that child is, or they have not issued an Amber Alert in the case. Family and friends are coming together today to arrest the 8-year-old who was shot at her babysitter's house last month. Genesis Dockery died 2 days after being shot in Cumberland County. Lawyers for her family say an 11-year-old in the home shot. Investigators have only said they're reviewing evidence before deciding whether charges would be filed.
And breaking here in the WRAL Live Center, a major development in the kidnapping of an American nurse and her. The nonprofit connected with Alex Dorsainville confirms she and her daughter have been released and are safe. You're looking at video of that nonprofit work that he does in Haiti. Dorsainville is a community health nurse. She and her child were kidnapped a couple of weeks ago from their location near Port-au-Prince. The State Department worked with Haitian authorities to secure their safe release. On its website, that nonprofit wrote, quote, "Today we are praising God for answered prayer."
Ken, the couple is in jail at this hour after sheriff's deputies found cats in their home. 17 of them had to be put down. WRAL's Chelsea Donovan is in Holly Springs, where those deputies and animal control found the cats. Chelsea.
Yeah, Jeff, we're here on Cass Holt Road, right across from Holly Springs High School, where a couple was arrested yesterday. You can see the home here. Now, it was in late night where investigators and animal control were called to this home. And when they arrived, they noted a strong ammonia smell and a cat dead right on the front porch. but what they found inside was even disturbing. Now, inside this home of 47-year-old and 52-year-old Angela Honan were 22 cats in very poor health. 17 had to be humanely euthanized. 5 kittens were able to be saved. They're currently at a rescue facility. Now, investigators also found 16 cats had been disposed of in the trash on the property prior to the Wake County Sheriff's Office and Animal Control. That couple, they're in jail right now, each under a $100,000 bond, and charges including animal cruelty, abandonment of animals, and failure to vaccinate against rabies.
Springs this noon. Chelsea, thank you.
You're soon going to pay more for car insurance in North Carolina. Back in February, insurance companies asked the state for permission to raise auto insurance rates an average of 28.4% next year. The state insurance says his office has reached a settlement that isn't quite as high. Drivers will see an average statewide auto rate increase of 0.5% this year and another 4.5% next year. The State Department of Insurance says inflation is a factor because car repairs are costing more, play a huge role in bumping up those rates.
Driving while impaired. Unfortunately, that's been happening. Speeding. Biggest thing is distracted driving. That's having the biggest impact on these rates.
U.S. News and World Report says North Carolina drivers still have it pretty easy compared with other states. It ranked North Carolina as the 6th lowest state in average auto insurance costs. Now, you'll notice those rates. The next negotiation between the insurance companies and the state will happen in 2020. Wells Fargo is among numerous banks fined for using WhatsApp and other unofficial channels. Federal investigators fined the firm $549 million. Wells Fargo was hit with the biggest chunk of fines and has agreed to pay $125 million. Firms failed to properly keep records of their employees' communications over several years.
Biggest Mega Millions jackpot in the game's history has a winner now. A ticket was sold in Florida. It matched all 5 numbers and the Mega Ball to win the $1.58 billion jackpot. The winning ticket was sold at a Publix grocery store. And big prize here in North Carolina as well. One ticket matched all 5 white balls and played the Megaplier, meaning it is worth $2 million. Numbers 13, 19, 20, 32, and 33. The Mega Ball is 14. The Megaplier is 2. The jackpot now